What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. One of Taiwan's top research institutes is celebrating its 51st anniversary. All this week on TaiwanPlus, we're taking an inside look at what it does and some of its cutting-edge innovations. The Industrial Technology Research Institute is the engine that drives Taiwan's tech development. Leslie Liao takes an in-depth look at how it helped transform Taiwan into a high-tech economy.
This is the birthplace of the world's largest chip maker, TSMC, the Industrial Technology Research Institute, or ITRI. Founded in 1973, ITRI is a government-sponsored nonprofit organization. The institute was designed to accelerate Taiwan's technological advancement and help transform the country's economy from labor-intensive low-output manufacturing to a global tech leader.
Back in the 70s, Taiwan was under a so-called planned economy. The kind of planned step by step, like introduce the semiconductor into Taiwan and introduce certain technology, the PC, the ICT technology, etc. So ITRI played a very important role to help.
Today, Taiwan is known globally as a semiconductor powerhouse. Much of that reputation is thanks to ITRI, as it was the organization that first introduced the chip industry to Taiwan.
Without ITRI, Taiwan's semiconductor industry would have never developed into the giant it is today. Pretty easy to say, well, it was the seed of that industry, but I think it was more than the seed, because what it did was it really developed and guided a steady flow of engineers coming out of the Taiwan's educational system into this industry.
TSMC, now the world leader in advanced chip making, was spun off from ITRI. TSMC founder Morris Chang once served as ITRI's head, where he received government assistance to establish the company. Without ITRI, there would be no TSMC.
During this time, also kind of created a so-called OEM, the foundry business model, which is a TSMC was formed.
Today, ITRI employs over 6,000 people with campuses, labs, and offices all over Taiwan and around the world. And its main job is innovation. The scope of ITRI's research is vast. It not only develops high-tech components like semiconductors and computers, but it also does communications equipment, composite materials like carbon fiber for bike frames, sporting equipment, and luggage bags, as well as textiles. And it's even dabbled in things like engines that go into automobiles. And the list goes on. ITRI also works on biomedical, energy, green, and robot technologies. One of ITRI's main missions now is to service Taiwan's many industries. Whenever companies run into technical or operational problems, they can turn to ITRI for help. If ITRI doesn't have a solution handy, the institute can help research ways to get around issues so that Taiwan's enterprises have an easier time doing business.
For the small and medium-sized industry, they particularly need our help because they don't do a longer-term research, but they need to have, they may have some problem need to be solved.
For example, as global companies make a push to become more eco-friendly, ITRI has helped Taiwan's companies meet sustainability targets so that they can continue working with their international partners.
The purpose is just partially sponsored by the government, but we do the ITRI does the research to help the Taiwan's industry to grow.
This year, ITRI is marking its 51st anniversary. The science that takes place here has been a driver for Taiwan's economy and industry over the past half-century, and the institute hopes to sustain Taiwan's innovative prowess well into the future. Devin Tsai, Scott Huang, and Leslie Liao in Hsinchu for TaiwanPlus.
Tune in all this week as we bring you more about ITRI and some of its award-winning tech. Almost everything people buy in Taiwan is made from plastic or packaged in it. Now, zero-waste shops are opening around the country, hoping to encourage more eco-friendly shopping habits. Wesley Lewis has this story.
8 years ago, Lala and Feng Jiao opened this zero-waste shop in central Taiwan. Their goal? to reduce the amount of plastic waste in their community. Instead of relying on single-use packaging, they reuse second-hand bags to store fresh produce.
我们选择是用二手的袋子，而不是每次就是一个新的袋子。
They work closely with distributors on how to properly store perishable goods without single-use packaging. And they say their store demonstrates the feasibility of packaging-free shops.
我们跟生产者有一个很紧密的关联，就是我们先去跟生产者讨论说，你这样子一个产品的特性适合放在怎么样子的地方保存，因此生产者也会去思考说，对，如我好像不是只有包装贩售的这个选项。
According to a new study by Taipei Medical University, the average Taiwanese person has 2 to 7 times the amount of plasticizers in their body compared to people in the United States or Europe. Medical experts say their ingestion has consequences for people's health.
从我们的脑部到我们的这个甲状腺，或者是女性的卵巢、男性的睾丸，其实都会受到影响。
Another package-free shop in southern Taiwan has been providing university students with a healthy, eco-friendly way to shop.
假如你有带容器的话，就可以使用你的容器；没有的话，就可以使用我们的二手容器。这样，对，我们都是称重的。
Even though zero-waste stores have gotten rid of packaging, green business experts say they still face obstacles when it comes to competing with ordinary retailers.
消费者对于无包装商店所贩售的商品，既定的一些想法，其实是会觉得应该要更便宜啊，应该是要便宜的啊，都已经少了包装了，应该价格可以再更低廉。但其实因为目前无包装的商店的规模其实都偏小，所以呢，在进货成本是无法像是一般零售业者这样子的，可以更往下压低的。
Zero-waste stores in Taiwan also deal with the region's hot and humid climate, which causes improperly stored goods to spoil quickly. But in recent years, things have been looking up. The first zero-waste store in Taiwan opened its doors in 2015, and now there are over 30 of their kind across the country. It's a positive sign for Taiwan, where plastic bags and packaging are used in almost every product. With a growing number of these stores popping up, Taiwan may be making headway on its plastic waste problem. John Su and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
Traditional bamboo raft makers from Taiwan's Indigenous Amis community are working with the local government to revitalize their craft. Irene Lin looks at the 2-month workshop, helping keep their traditions afloat.
All hands on deck. These Indigenous Amis youth from Taidong in eastern Taiwan are hauling their first scratch-built bamboo raft into the sea for trials. It's part of a 2-month course organized by a local community college and craftspeople to revive a fading traditional art. After 10 minutes of smooth sailing, the raft is declared seaworthy. Bamboo rafts were once an important part of the Amis people's traditional way of life. This is the first time raft building has been taught as a college course. With instructions from elderly craftspeople, the students are building the rafts exactly how it's been done for generations, by sourcing materials from the wilderness, then building them into a stable raft.
我比较有兴趣的是，当然是最原始的方式，就是那个从去采藤，然后到处理，然后再到那个绑的一个技巧这样。
The course is not the first or only attempt to preserve Amis seafaring traditions. Last month, the Taidong Austronesian Community College successfully sailed a bamboo raft to the Taiwan's outlying Green Island, around 40 kilometers away. On the journey, they had to navigate a powerful ocean current known as the Kuroshio or Black Current. The Amis elders say their ancestors migrated across the Pacific on these rafts, and the college course is just one way they're keeping their seafaring heritage alive. Chris Ma and Irene Lin for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally today, we leave you with images of the Jakarta International Kite Festival, where dozens of kites from 13 countries fill the sky. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.